Hi beautiful people, welcome back to another tutorial. So in today's tutorial I'm going to be teaching you on how to make this beautiful backless dress with elastic at the back. So if this is what you're interested in learning, this video is definitely for you because I'll be taking you on a step-by-step tutorial. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Zura. I make easy sewing tutorials, so don't forget to like, comment, and if you have not subscribed, this is the best time to do that to receive more amazing tutorials like this. So let's get started. So with me here I have my Ankara fabric of about 2 years, then I have an half-inch elastic, just as you can see. But for this tutorial I'm using an Ankara fabric. You can use any fabric of your choice, but if you're of a size like me, I'll advise you get about 2.5 yards, that is 2.5 yards for this gown. But if you're using a by 60 fabric, you can go ahead with 2 yards, because I used 2 yards of Ankara for this and I had to join at the back. I don't know if you understand, but when we get into the video you are going to understand. So you can see guys, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric in a bias form, that is like a triangular form. I hope you can see. So just watch, this is how I folded it. Now I'm going to be cutting the front part first, so we are doing the front part before the back parts. I hope you understand me guys. Now I've gone ahead to also pin the side so that it won't move when we are taking our measurements. So this is the back. I hope you saw the way I folded it. I folded it the inside, the front is inside and the back is outside, just like this. I hope you understand me guys. Now the first thing we are going to do is to take half of our shoulder measurement. So half of my shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5 inches. But I'm not going to be marking 7.5 inches directly. I'll be adding my stitching allowance I'm going to use to join the sides. So instead of marking 7.5 inches, I just went ahead to go where I can get 8.5 inches. So I'm just adding about 1 inch allowance. I hope you understand me. So I'm just marking it on both sides. I hope you see what I just did. Now I'll be using my pattern master to just connect a straight line, connecting those 2 points together, just like this. I hope you can see. So guys, if you notice, if we cut this through, it will be giving us a deep V shape of our neckline, and we don't want that. We don't want a V neckline. If you don't want that, what you have to do is just to come to the center fold here, just here, then I will be going up by 1.5 inches from that line. So if you don't want to eliminate it completely, if you want a little V shape for your front, you can go up by 1 inch, but me, I'll be going up by 1.5 inches from this line over here. So you can also go up by 2 inches, but I just think 1.5 inches is perfect. So this will help to eliminate the V shape that is supposed to be there when we cut it out. I hope you understand. Now that I've gone up by 1.5 inches, I'll go ahead and connect it back into this line. I hope you understand me guys. So this is just what you have to do, and now I've connected it. This is what it looks like. When we cut it out, it won't have that V shape again. I hope you understand. So if you don't want to eliminate it completely, just go up by 1 inch and you have a little V shape when you cut it out. So guys, now that we have done that, I'll be going up by 1.5 inches from this point. You can notice where I placed my tape, that new point. I'll be going up by 1.5 inches for where we are going to use to create our channels. We are going to insert our ropes when we are done. I hope you understand me. So I'm just marking 1.5 inches. So just take note of the way I marked it. I hope you understand, so you can see what it looks like. Now guys, now that we have done that, the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to start taking our full length. So we are going to be placing it on the second line. Note, don't take it on from the first line. For your full length of your dress, don't take it from the first line. Make sure you come over to the second line. Now I'll be placing my tape there, then I'll extend my tape to the full length of this dress. So for me, I want this dress to be 30 inches. So what I'm going to be marking is 31 inches, because 1 inch is for folding allowance. Now if you want yours to be longer than 31 inches, you can see that the fabric this is an Ankara fabric, and you can see it's by 44. The length is by 44, so it won't be enough. So what you just have to do, you have to join at this from that point. I hope you can see. You have to join the fabric from that point. That is what you have to do if you want it to be longer than that. Is why most people like using vintage for this style, because vintage is by 60 for the length, so that is why. But this is an Ankara fabric, so it's by about 44 inches. So you have to join at the down part if you want it to be longer. I hope you understand me. So guys, now I'm just marking 31 inches all around. So you can see where I'm placing my tape. Just go ahead and place your tape exactly the way you see I'm placing mine. I hope you understand me. So please follow me carefully so that you'll be able to achieve exactly the same results. Now that I've done that, I'm just connecting all those points I've marked, and you can see it's giving us a circular line. I hope you can see. So you can see how it looks like. All right, now I am done marking all these lines together. So what I'm going to do right now is to cut it out. So I'll be cutting from the top, this part first here. When I cut there, and I'll also cut the full length. So you can see I'm cutting the first line. I hope you understand me, don't make mistake. So I've cut the first line. After I've done that, I will drag my material to the down part, and I'll make sure I place it very well so that there won't be any rumpled material below. So just make sure you stretch it very well, just the way I am doing mine. So just do yours exactly like this. And now we have done that, I'll begin cutting. So we're going to cut following those lines we just drew. So just cut it, and this is what we have, guys. This is for the front. You can see how it is. This dress is very easy to make if you just follow these steps I'm giving you, and that is it. So this remaining fabric here, we are going to be using it to cut the back side. That's why in the beginning of this video I advised you to get 2.5 yards when making yours if you're using an Ankara fabric, because these 2 yards I had to join at the back to be able to make the back side. So I am advising, if you are using an Ankara fabric to make yours, you should get 2.5 yards. That is 2.5 yards. So guys, now back to the front. So I just kept the back side aside right now. So we are going to be doing the front here. So I'll be marking where I want the back side to start from. So most people want theirs to start from their waist, so you can go up or you can go down, just depends on where you want yours to start from. So my shoulder to waist at the front is 16, but for the back is 15, but I didn't want mine to start from 15, so I went up by 1 inch and marked 14. So I'll be marking that 14 on both sides. So it's just the way you can see. So now that I've done marking it, I'm going to be connecting from that point there to this other point. All right, now what I'll go ahead and do is to notch this point here. I hope you can see. So just see the point I'm notching. Now that I've notched it, what I have to do is to go over and cut for the back side. Now see, so the way I folded the back side, I had to fold it in any way so that I can be able to make for the front. So I folded it in form of a bias, something like that. I hope you can see. And right now I had to join on the sides because this was not enough. I hope you can see. So I'm going to be cutting the full length first. I hope you see. And I've done that. Next thing I have to do was to just come to the center point here and add. But before I added, I made sure I pinned the center part so that it won't when we are taking our measurements. I hope you understand. So you can see the fabric I've brought. I'll be adding it to this one, and I also went ahead to bring another fabric for the down part, for that center part, that is the center fabric. I hope you understand me. So I just went ahead, and you can see how it looks like. I have added on the two of them, so you can see what it looks like here. I hope you see, guys. So now I'll just go ahead and trim this excess here. Hope you understand me, guys. Then I'll also go ahead and trim this other one here for this other side. So I added on the two parts for the back. I hope you understand, for the back fabric. That is what I did to make it equal with that on the front. That's what I just did. And if you notice, it is now equal right now. So this is what it looks like here. Now that we have done that, you can see it's equal 4 pieces, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. Now I'm going to be turning this over to the front, the back side, sorry. So I'm going to go to where I marked on the front here. I hope you see, and I'll be marking that same point on the back. I hope you see. So I just went ahead to mark it. That point I marked on the front, I marked it exactly the same point on the back. I hope you see. This is what I did on the two sides of this fabric on the back side. Now that I've done that, the next thing I went ahead to do is to use my tape. Now if you don't also want your back side to have that V-shape effect in the middle, what you have to do is to go from the center front here, you go up by 1.5 inches, but I wanted mine to have a little V shape at the back, so I just went up by just 1 inch. I hope you understand me. Now that I've done that, I just went ahead to connect those 2 points together first. That point we marked here, I hope you see. Then from that 1 inch point I came up by, I just blended it back into this main line. I hope you understand me, guys. Now that we have done that, from this new point here, the center point here, I went up by 1.5 inches. I continued going up all the way to the other side of this fabric, and I just went ahead to use my free hand connecting those points together. So that point I just went up by is to create a channel we are going to be inserting our elastic into. I hope you understand. And I have done that, I'll just go ahead and cut. So you see, I folded the front part first so that you won't mistakenly cut it. I hope you understand me. And I have done that, I'll go ahead and unpin it, and this is what they look like. So this is for the cutting of that beautiful dress. I hope you can see it. You can see the little V shape effect, right? Now when you're folding, you fold with 1/2 inch, then fold further with 1 inch. I hope you understand. So I did that for the front, and also for the back I did the same thing. I hope you understand me. So right now I'll go over to my sewing machine and stitch it and show you what it looks like. So guys, this is what it looks like. You can see how pretty and neat it's looking like. I did the same for the front and for the back. You see what the back looks like, and this is what it looks like, guys. It's very easy. Just follow the steps I am giving you. Now that I'm done stitching it, the next thing I'll have to do is to get my elastic. So I told you this is an 1/2 inch elastic. Now to get the length of the elastic we are going to be using for the back part, what you have to do is to get your waist measurement. So for me, my waist measurement is 28. So remember, we need elastic for only the back part, so I'll divide 28 into 2, and it's going to give me 14. So I'm not going to just cut out 14 because I don't want my band to be like that. I want it to be a little bit tight. So I'll be minusing 2 inches from it, and I'm going to cut out 12 inches. I hope you understand. But if you want your band to be loose, what you're going to cut out is your waist measurement, then you add divided by 2, then you add some inches to it. You can add 1 or 2 inches. I hope you understand me, guys. So that is it for that. Now you can also use your exact waist measurement if you just want it to be just there. I hope you understand, for your band. Now that I've done that, I'll go ahead and insert it into that channel will be created. So when inserting it into this channel, make sure you're careful so that it doesn't twist, or just make sure you're inserting it carefully. Just do that for the back part. I hope you can see. And right now I'm done inserting it. Now I'm going to be making sure you can go over to your machine and stitch both ends so that it doesn't go inside. I hope you understand me. Or I just went down to just pin mine down so that it doesn't go out of place. I hope you understand, guys. Now I also just went ahead to pin both sides. I hope you see. So now that I'm done pinning both sides, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to bring out the front. I hope you see. Now that I've brought out the front, so I'm going to spread it very well like this so that you can see those points I notched, right? So this is the reason I notched it, so that we are going to place in the back right now. So on that point we notched, I hope you can see. So place it exactly on that point, because that is, as I told you, that is where you want the back part to be starting from. So that is where I want mine to start from. That 14 inches we notched on the front. So I just placed my back part on it and make sure I pinned it down carefully and neatly. I did that on both sides, so you can see the other side too. I notched, and I placed my back side also this side on it, and I also went ahead to pin it down. I hope you understand me, guys. So this is it. I pinned it from that point to the down point. I hope you can see, guys. This is what it looks like. Now that we are done pinning it down, the next thing I'll go ahead and do is to go over to my sewing machine and stitch that point here. This side I'll stitch it, and I'll also come to this side and stitch it. I'll be using about 1.5 inches to stitch. So right, guys, I'm done stitching, and you can see what it looks like. I'm done stitching on both sides of this fabric. So you can see how it looks like. Now over to this upper part, we cannot leave it like this, so I'll be folding it. You can see the way I folded it, ½ inch like this, then I'll fold it further again with another ½ inch. I'll fold it from that point we attach the back part from to the top. So this is the front part we are folding. I hope you understand me, guys. I'll fold it for both sides of the front, and this is what it looks after I'm done folding. So make sure you don't fold everywhere, including the channel parts, so that you'll be able to add your rope to it. I hope you understand me, guys. So please follow carefully at what I'm showing you. I hope you see. So I just folded that upper part only for the front. So we are going to be attaching a rope to the front, as you can see in the style. So to do that, I have to get a fabric. So what I have is about 1.25 inches, but for this you can use about 2 inches if you want your rope to be bolder, or you can use 1.5 inches. That is 1.5 inches. Now the length of this rope is about 52 inches. Now I'm going to sew there, and I'm going to sew straight all the way to the end. Right now, guys, I am done sewing. It's just exactly the way I explained to you. Sew the up, then from the sew it straight, like from the beginning till the end. Now what you have to do is just use your scissors and trim any part that is somehow bulgy, so that when you turn it over, it will look neat. I hope you understand me, guys. Now I'll be using a stick to turn it over. If you have a spoke, you can use a spoke. So just watch carefully. It's very easy to turn it over. Just keep on. You will need a long spoke for this, or a long slim stick that can fit into it. I hope you see. So I'm going to continue turning it over till I get to the top, to make sure we get the front. I hope you see. So guys, I am done turning it over, and this is what it looks like. So guys, now that we have successfully turned it over to the front, you can see how the rope looks like. We are going to be using our safety pin to insert it into the channel we created for the front. I hope you understand me. So just see how it is. I'll secure it very well, and I'm going to go ahead and start inserting it all the way from that point to this other point. And you can see it's very easy. I'm done doing that. So guys, see what it looks like. I hope you can see. And I've done that, I'll just go ahead and just tie the rope to make. Guys, the last step for this dress is to either fold it or weave it. So that is what you have to do. You have to fold either to hem it or weave it. So that is just it. So guys, this is all for today's tutorial. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in my next tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done that. Bye.